What's next for you? A bolder, more engaged you. A career-focused you. A you that leads your community and helps change the world. Take the next step and get your bachelor's degree at Malloy. With special transfer programs and scholarships and a career-focused curriculum, Malloy makes a nationally ranked private university education attainable and your dream job possible. Malloy University. Welcome to the new you.
We're going to keep this quick.
Because at Blaze Pizza,
artisanal quality at crazy fast speed is what we're all about.
Walk the line and choose any toppings you'd like.
Then it's just 180 seconds in our blazing hot oven
For fast fire perfection.
Come check us out and build your own pizza at Blaze Pizza.
The road to a Long Island championship rolls through Hofstra as Manhasset and Garden City take a storied rivalry to new heights. Garden City, Manhasset, it's the Conference 3 Section 8 final on the Varsity Media Sports Network. Today's game is brought to you by Blaze Pizza, Bowie Forest, Speed Island, Malloy University, Easy Auto Movers, Compass, Madman Barbershop, and 3rd and 10. And a pleasant good afternoon, everybody. Alongside Brian Soper, I'm John Perez. Garden City, Manhasset. It doesn't get better than this.
I mean, Garden City, you know, they're winning streak, they're winning ways, and Manhasset, right? You can't spell upset without set, right? So let's see if we can get that today here at Hofstra, right? On a little windy, right, Saturday afternoon here at Hofstra Stadium.
Yeah, the good thing about James M. Stewart Stadium this morning is that there's no rain, but it's blustery and windy. As we take a look at the bracket and how we got here so far. Manhasset, a good victory over Floral Park in their last round in the semifinals, and then Garden City, 2 more points than their active winning streak, extending their winning streak to 52 straight wins over the defending county champions, Southside Cyclones. And let's start with Manhasset. Coming into this year, they were predicted to finish 7th in the strength of schedule, but they finished in 3rd place with a 7-1 record as they've scored 34 points per game. Good defense, and how about this? Their offense clicking over their last 7 drives.
For sure, right? They've been playing well, veteran coaching staff, right? The kids play really hard. You know, first matchup, 29-14, one of the closer games that Garden City's had this year. And again, the rivalry between these two schools, right, makes it special, and Manhasset would want nothing more, right, than to keep this close and try to steal one.
You mentioned the word special. 2 special players to keep an eye on today. It's Atif Heathington and Danny Colin. Atif, big runs in the semifinal. He totaled 206 yards and 2 TDs. And Danny Colin, good on both sides of the ball. Brian, what do they bring to the table for this set squad?
Atif brings speed, right? 4.6 type speed, right? You see here in the earlier matchups, right? He hits the outside here. Looks like he's going to go, gets tripped up, by the Floral Park defense there. But the only thing that's going to trip him up here on this next run, right, is the goal line, right, as he hits the outside. Look at the balance. Look at the speed. He's very patient with his cuts, and he goes to the house. Nothing stopping him. Just an unbelievable football player. 5 TDs this playoff season. Danny Colin, right, doesn't just play lacrosse. Sets the edge here. Boom, right, nice tackle for a loss. He's been a tremendous asset for the defense. And not only does he score in lacrosse, he scores in football as well. As rollout, catches the ball, touchdown, Manhasset. Unbelievable job. Melkonian hit him there in the end zone.
Well, they got a tall order against a Garden City team that's won their last 52 games as we look at their 2024 campaign. 35-2 the victory in the quarterfinals, knocked off Southside. It's been video game-like numbers. They've only allowed 46 total points.
Yeah, it's like 5 points a game, 8 straight county titles. Right now in Conference 3, doesn't matter, right? The Trojans keep rolling, and, it's expected here. And everyone, stands will be packed in The buses are rolling in from Garden City, right? Short drive over to watch this prestigious program.
And you know what? Two prestigious families in the Garden City community are the Berkerys and the Cascadens, and we'll start with Michael Berkery, one of our players to watch today. 82 yards, 2 touchdowns in the semifinal, and then Blake Cascaden against Southside. Just 2 carries, had a tutty in there as well. Blink and you'll miss them, but Brian, what do they do for Garden City?
Yeah, Michael Berkery, returning Thorpe Award winner, has a nose for the end zone. This first one here is a short run. Look how he gets small in the hole and then finishes the run, getting past the goal line, right? And he can make big plays here. Look at the balance as he gets to the second level, and good luck with him, right, in the open field. Right, make that, 4 in a row Thorpe Award winners for Garden City, right? Fennell, then Berkery. Cascaden's just, he plays bully ball here. Right? He's like a Trojan horse, right, in Greek mythology here. Just getting to the end zone, just a nightmare to try to tackle. I mean, that's absolute bully ball right there. And then he does it on defense as well. Boom, hit stick, right? Nothing, tackle for loss. Garden City, you talk offense, but they've been built on defense for a very long time, and no one schemes it up better than them.
Both of these teams will have their handfuls today as we look for our keys to the game and how we get to that point. And our keys to the game are brought to you by Compass. Let us help you find the keys to your next home. Soap, how do they get it done?
Yeah, Manhasset's got to get first downs. They got to keep possession. You don't want to get the ball in the hands of the Garden City offense. Take chances on special teams. What do you have to lose? Right, roll the dice. Right, don't leave anything out there. Right, and don't try to stop it all. Right, one play at a time, one quarter at a time. Probably trying to break this into mini games and try to keep this game close. Garden City, leave the streak in the locker room. Doesn't matter. It's Manhasset, right? It's Garden City. Anything can happen. They got to stop the run, right? They got to stop Atif, right? And make Manhasset beat you in the air, right? Because Melkonian can run it and Headington can run it as well. And their line, right, does a good job getting hats on hats, right? And you got to be able to tackle.
Garden City looks to chug on to the LIC. Manhasset looking for the upset. It's Manhasset, it's Garden City, it's the Nassau Conference 3 Conference Final on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
A college flag football experience at the youth level like no other. Sign up as a team or as an individual player. Boys and girls divisions available. All players receive a jersey and shorts. New York locations include Massapequa, Half Hollow Hills, Oceanside, and Center Reach. Come and join the thrill at youthflagfootball.com. college flag football experience at the youth level like no other. Sign up as a team or as an individual player. Boys and girls divisions available. All players receive a jersey and shorts. New York locations include Massapequa, Half Hollow Hills, Oceanside, and Center Reach. Come and join the thrill at youthflagfootball.com.
Great job on the rendition of the national anthem from Garden City. Garden City and Manhasset, and these two meeting on the lacrosse field in this very field last year, just a few months ago. It was Manhasset with the upset. A big reason for that was by Danny Colin, and we sent it to the third member of our broadcast crew, Jared Veluzzi.
Yeah, thank you, John. And last season, these two teams met in the playoffs where Manhasset took down Garden City 6-5, and Danny Colin was a big-time hero in that one. He had the game-sealing goal to help Set get past GC on this very field. I spoke with Colin earlier in the week about that moment, and he gave a ton of credit to his defense for putting them in that position to begin with, and then, of course, credited his teammates moving off ball, giving him enough space to score. Colin had the game-sealing goal there. Manhasset beat them in the lacrosse season, and now we'll see what they do against Garden City here in the Nassau County Football Championship. Back up to you guys.
Yeah, Colin had the insurance goal, made it 5-3 Manhasset. They would fall to Southside in the next round. And Brian, I know it's a different sport, but winners have the same mentality, and Danny Colin's a winner.
For sure, right? He's been doing it a long time, right? And he, you know, all these kids know each other, right? They've competed in multiple sports together, and he would want nothing more, right, than to leave a good showing here today, and keep Manhasset in this game and try to sneak one out.
Opening coin toss. Between Garden City and Manhasset, 52 straight wins, 9 straight wins coming into this game for the Trojans. And GC wins and defers. And so Manhasset will start it off and look to strike first against this Garden City team. And Brian, when you're looking for the upset, you need some breaks early. You got to get on the board, and for Manhasset, they're going to throw everything in the kitchen sink at the Trojans in the first half.
For sure, whether it's special teams, right, or even in your regular offense, right, maybe some trick plays or taking some chances that you might not take earlier in the season. Be upset-minded, and turnovers, right, are big, right. Try to punch that ball out. Try to get a quick change of possession early on. Get in the end zone and see what happens.
These two teams met in the regular season. Garden City with a 29-14 victory. I spoke to J.I. Quinta earlier in the year, and he said, we were hanging with Garden City. And that just a few late touchdowns gave Garden City the victory, but he said the guys have been waiting for it, and and he's been waiting for this opportunity, and he said the streak has to end sometime, and who better than us?
Yeah, and you have Headington and Melkonian who are playing some of their best football right now, right? 10 TDs combined in the playoffs. Add a couple more today and get some stops on defense, and you're right in it.
On the other side, Dave Ettinger, he looks at the streak and then looks away and says, we don't even talk about it. And for Garden City to have that consistent message, you have to appreciate the consistency there, and for those guys, the discipline that they have.
And then, it's one of those things where, it is a program. It's a community program. It starts in the youth and coming up, whether you're in middle school or high school, right? You don't want to be on that team that breaks the streak or loses a couple of games. Even at the middle school, right? Losing is just not in the vocabulary of Garden City football, and it pays off as they get to high school.
Saw the weather before, and 42 degrees and blustery, windy conditions. We'll see how that affects the kickers and the quarterbacks for this one. And I think when you're playing in the final weekends in November here at Hofstra, you know that you're not getting 75 and sunny and 2 knockdowns, and that's what we're seeing so far on the kickoff.
Yeah, we might not see too many passes, at least early on, especially from Garden City, but Manhasset as well, right? The ground game is going to be really important, stopping the run and being able to run the football and control the line of scrimmage.
So now they got Danny Mejded in there to help assist with Chris Desiderio to boot it away. Atif Headington and Danny Colin back to receive. Garden City, Manhasset, the Conference 3 chip.
Headington's took a few back this year.
And he backpedals, and he's got that burst of speed, plowing forward, and Atif Headington with a 15-yard return. We'll set up this set offense, and Kyle Melkonian, you take quality over quantity. Hasn't thrown the ball that much, 100% completion percentage, 42 yards and a touchdown last week against Floral Park.
Yeah, he's a dual-threat quarterback. He's been playing his best football so far in the playoffs, right? 2 rush TDs and a pass to Colin versus Floral Park. Had a huge rush touchdown against Hewlett that kind of, vaulted them ahead of them when Hewlett was giving them a tough time.
Jared Quintus said that Kyle Melkonian was ready for his first career varsity start against Southside and said he showed no mercy in practice and didn't so against the Cyclones. Pitch goes away, and Garden City might have pounced on top of it. Atif Headington couldn't make the catch, and the Trojans have it.
Coach Fennell and the defense fired up. We were talking about how you pull off an upset. This is not it, right? And starting out, weather might have something to do with it, but pressure on the quarterback. And then the Trojans pounce on it. Loose ball sets up 1st and goal.
You have to just think about the intimidation that Garden City has when they step on the football field for these other teams. Southside, for example, last week, 3 unforced turnovers. Now Manhasset gives the ball away on the first play from scrimmage. And Braden Robertiello and the offense out on the field. 13 passing yards. It's pretty easy when you've got a plethora of options at the halfback position.
Yeah, super sophomore, right? That's quite a job to get handed to you, right? The quarterback of Garden City, but Berkery, Cascade, and handing the ball off to those guys makes it somewhat easy.
1st and goal and a Trojan shift. Desiderio, he pitches it over to Berkery, who skips into the end zone in 20 seconds into this contest. Garden City is up 6-0.
Robertiello, right, gives it to, Berkery in his familiar spot in the end zone. Returning Thorpe Award winner. Easy one, blocking. Nice hole by the line. Tremendous job, right, by Garden City. Exactly the start you want.
Garden City on for the extra point. Already leading 6-0. Jake Schliff the snap. Chris Sarkis the hold. And Desiderio puts it through. 7-0 Garden City. 1 play from scrimmage. Already a fast-fire touchdown brought to you by Blaze Pizza. From now until the end of December, Blaze is offering a family meal which feeds up to 5. Pick any 3 pizzas with the option of 11-inch original dough or thick crust. Any 2 sides, which includes a dessert, salad, cheesy, and cinnamon bread for an incredible deal of $35. At Blaze Pizza, there's no wrong way to play.
Yeah, so right away, Berkery gets in the end zone. The first matchup, right, he had 24 carries for 97 yards and a touchdown. and it took them all about 20 seconds to match that number today. We have some pizza reviews coming up, right, with Blaze?
We do.
It's going to be unbelievable.
Hooking us up for both games. I can't wait for that.
Good job by the line, right? You got Schliff, Fortney, right? Lesor, Mauricio, Olsen, the big boy, 6'5", 280. Just completely, took out that left side of the Manhasset D line for that first touchdown.
It's almost as if you spot the Trojans 7 points. You blink, and now we're at the kickoff again.
Yeah, I mean that first, this is Headington. He's a big play, right? He's returned a couple of kickoffs already. That was a good tackle on the ultimate first kickoff. Owen Anderson, 32, got down there, made a tackle, and then the defense does what it does: creates a turnover, forces havoc, and you get a touchdown.
Casidario's got a big boot as Headington and Colin watch it go through the end zone for a touchback. Okay, so take two for Manhasset. And this offense that's coming off a 42-20 victory over Floral Park, and the Manhasset starting offense brought to you by Malloy University. We already mentioned Headington. Addard is a good player to keep an eye on, and a great line of Henry Griffith, Tristan Chang, Declan Gahan, Patrick McGinnis, and James Ledbetter.
Yeah, and the opening kickoff, the captains, I saw in Franco in a boot. Doesn't look like number 3 is going to be playing today for Manhasset.
And that's Dylan Addard, who picks up about 3 yards on the first play from scrimmage. They go against this Garden City defense that just is stout. Brought to you by Malloy University. Campbell, Olsen, Cascaden, Daniel Maurizio, Jimmy Trocchia, great tight end and linebacker, and then Cascaden, Berkery, Sarkis, Danny Mejded, and Owen Wookty.
Yeah, Trocchia's been playing his best football lately. Luke Cascaden's playing in the inside of that line. He gets to the quarterback in an instant, right? He's been playing some tremendous football for GC.
Melkonian, straight keeper, trying to plow ahead and picks up 3. Tackle coming in there, Luke Cascaden in there, and that's what the Trojans do so well. They just rally to the football and the ball carrier.
Yeah, and Mejded came off from his safety spot to make a big hit. 3rd and short.
Manhasset fell to carry in the semifinal a year ago, looking for their first county title since 2020. It was that spring shortened season. Their first full season county title since '96 as Melkonian straight keeper, and he's got a first down.
Yeah, good job by that Manhasset line. Anchored by 72 Henry Griffith. Good size, 6 foot, lacrosse goalie. Going to play Franklin and Marshall. Trocchia in on the tackle for Garden City.
Jay Quinta had a lot of great things to say about Henry Griffith and said it's been night and day from the start of the season until now. And he said he was very good last year and so athletic, but he's just taken it to another level. The day in, day out preparation has been huge. Good fake by Melkonian, but Garden City might have just caused another turnover. Ball's on the carpet. Garden City picks it up. Zach Olsen with the fumble recovery.
You can talk Thorpe Award winners all you want, running backs, right? Garden City's built on defense. Hats to the ball. Great job, great punch out by Garden City. Looked like the recovery by Olsen.
2 drives, 2 fumbles. Garden City offense sitting pretty. Just 2 minutes and 9 seconds into the contest. Garden City offense brought to you by Malloy University. Great line of Maurizio, Olsen, Schliff, Connor Fortney, and Luke Lesur. Anthony Asaro, an unsung hero. Very good blocking wide receiver.
Yeah, not the biggest line besides Olsen, but they block in unison and really have a lot of experience.
There is Asaro, first play from scrimmage on this drive. Shakes off 1 tackler and gets pinned down at the 20-yard line, an 11-yard jaunt as that moves the sticks for the Trojans.
Yeah, Sorrow's a sophomore, great size, 6'1", 175. 8 carries for 75 yards in the first matchup versus Manhasset. Just see, that's a big sophomore, right, running behind. Nice job by the line, pulling there. You see Zach Olsen, all 6'5", 280 of them, getting them on the outside. And, for a sophomore, that's a way to finish a run.
Robertiello out of the gun. He's got Berkery right next to him, who receives it. And Berkery splitting right up the middle. He's so hard to bring down. Michael Berkery, and this Manhasset defense will be tasked with stopping Berkery, brought to you by Malloy University. Let's keep an eye on Danny Colin and Henry Jervis and Parker Madden. They've been the 3 leading tacklers for Manhasset this year.
Yeah, first tackle there was by Balsh, right? Brady Balsh. Nice to get him back from Chaminade, all-county talent, right? 6'2", 270, athletic for his size. Good job bringing down Berkery.
It's a Manhasset team that returns a senior class that hadn't played since their sophomore year because they used their junior year to settle their lacrosse affairs. Berkery up the gut on 1st and goal and picks up about 6.
Yeah, good tackle by Chris McGowan. That's what Berkery does so well. He kind of gets skinny in the hole, and then he finishes his run. Nice job by McGowan to take him down one-on-one tackle.
Garden City, the hard count and a false start. And so about half the distance. You know, I usually say you can't draw up a better start to this, but Garden City starts all of their games like this.
Yeah, I followed the 3 buses here coming to the stadium, and as soon as they get off the bus, it's almost like they got to turn over and to score.
1st and goal from the 3. Berkery lumbering in, touchdown. Berkery's 2 for 2. Garden City goes up by a baker's dozen just 4 minutes into the game.
Great job finishing the run. Has a complete nose for the end zone. Good job there by Olsen, Schliff, the entire line. Villanova lacrosse. It's good to see him healthy, right? Lacrosse season. It was good for him to kind of get back into shape and playing. But he suffered an injury there in the playoffs last year, and full steam ahead this year for Berkery and the Garden City offense.
The special teams unit, Jake Schliff, Chris Sarkis, and Chris Desiderio. A perfect 2 for 2. This special teams brought to you by the Football Stick. Take your game to the next level with the Football Stick. Precision, power, and performance in every kick. 8:05 to go, first quarter. You're watching the Conference 3 final on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Keep this quick.
Because at Blaze Pizza, artisanal quality at crazy fast speed is what we're all about.
Walk the line and choose any toppings you'd like.
Then it's just 180 seconds in our blazing hot oven
For fast fire perfection.
Come check us out and build your own pizza at Blaze Pizza.
It's time to book a Varsity Media Sportscast and get on the big stage. A Varsity Media Sportscast is seen by thousands of people, both live and on demand. From friends and family all over the world to prospective college coaches, our announcers will help tell the story of your team and your athletes. There is no bigger stage to be on than Varsity Media. Book a sportscast today by contacting Varsity Media.
Welcome back to Hofstra. It is the Nassau Conference 3 final presented by Blaze Pizza. A blazing start for Garden City. They lead at 14-0 over Manhasset, and the Trojans 28 county titles, looking for 29, 52-game winning streak, and Long Island champions. That's the biggest impressive thing about it, is because they take care of business in Nassau. You know that they're looking forward and take a lot of pride in winning a Long Island championship. So it's not like they're just beating up on Nassau and then Suffolk's having their way with them. They could beat anybody.
Every time you go into the Long Island Championship, it's like, here's this team, right? Suffolk, can Garden City go down? And they don't, right? They're so well coached. They scout so well. But this year, right, big game last night, right? Sayville took care of business, right? So a very good Sayville team is sitting there in conference. I'm sure they're here scouting today, waiting for the winner of this game.
Lateef Heathington from the 5-yard line, chugging ahead. On the return, has a hole. Lateef Heathington. Nice return, brought down at the 37-yard line. Moving the chains can be hard. Moving your car, boat, or any large vehicle doesn't have to be. Whether you're a snowbird heading south for the winter or opening a new chapter, let the team at Easy Auto Movers simplify the moving process. Shipping nationwide. Call today for a free quote, 516-464-0382, or visit easyautomovers.com.
Yeah, Heathington had 3 kickoff returns on the season. Last week had 2 touchdowns, one 77 yards, the other one a 60-yarder. was trying to get to the end zone and spark this Manhasset team on that last kickoff.
Team likes to joke with him that he's the Heisman Trophy winner. And on first down, Colin. And the ball comes out, but Colin was marked down. What was that, 3 straight plays and 3 forced turnovers?
Yeah, good job, Owen Wookta, sticking his helmet in there, saying down by contact. It's just the same script, right? It's defense, it's assignment football, disciplined. It's kind of the standard every coach is trying to look for, the Garden City way.
Melkonian dumps it towards Heathington, has a hole, and a first down as he sachets out of bounds into Trojan territory and marked out at the 47-yard line.
Yeah, nice play. You know, it's been nothing but runs so far. You hit him with a short kind of, low-risk pass here, although, you had to get over the outstretched hands of some GC defenders cascading. Nice job getting past the chains. Much needed first down for the Indians.
16-yard pickup for Manhasset. Man in motion is Colin. And Melkonian stacked up. A bevy of Trojans in there. Chris Desiderio had the final blow.
Yeah, the first guy, 77, Daniel Mauricio, right, 6'1", 210. Garden City staff loved how he got after the weight room this offseason. You saw it there. He had one hand on him, slowed him down for the other GC guys to come in and swarm the football.
Yeah, Mauricio, 6'1", 210. And now 2nd and 9 for the set. Colin in motion again. They fake that way. Melkonian to pass and then floats it near side Dylan Addard. Addard has some space and Manhasset moving the football and pushed out at the 22-yard line. 24-yard rip. And Manhasset starting to find a little bit of a groove.
Just great play call. The GC's been sending a ton of pressure. Melkonian stands in there, delivers a screen pass, right? Good block. Look at Griffith here on the outside. Boom, right? Nice block on the outside on Berkery. Great play design by Manhasset. Consecutive first downs, moving the chains. Much needed touchdown. Finish this drive if you're Manhasset.
And that block by Griffin probably gave Manhasset an extra 8 yards. Well, 1st and 10 from the 23. Heathington goes in motion, but inside give. And Melkonian on a good fake springs forward and gains 5.
Yeah, good job by the line. James Ledbetter leading him through there for Manhasset. Melkonian, that dual threat quarterback, the ability to run and pass. 5 touchdowns so far in the playoffs for Melkonian, both with his feet and throwing the ball.
Ledbetter, one of those 10 lacrosse players that are playing, that is playing football for his senior year after not playing a year ago.
Few lacrosse guys out there for both teams.
Melkonian rolling out, tucks and runs, plows forward. Kyle Melkonian with a first down and pinned at the 10.
Great job again. I love the last 3 play calls from Manhasset. Rolling Melkonian out. Looked like he had a run pass option. Had Marcus Davis out in front of him blocking, as well as Dylan Attard, right? So he cuts it back, keeps it, and the ability to run and keep falling forward, right, allowed him to get past the sticks. Looks like 1st and goal for Manhasset.
Keith Lamb, the receiver, at the bottom of your screen. As that's Dylan Addard picking up about 3. Well, at the beginning of the year, the 3-headed monster out of the backfield in this triple option. Heathington, Addard, and Madden Franco. Knowing Franco today, he's got the walking boot. Injured himself last week. Still showing up to practice, still with the guys, but that's a big piece of your offense that you're missing.
Yeah, he can run. He's a really good blocker, right? He can he's like a Swiss Army knife for Manhasset. This is a great drive so far. Not too many teams drive the ball like this on Garden City. It would be great to finish with a touchdown.
2nd and 6. Melkonian keeps it. Good fake. Throws it. End zone. Touchdown. No, incomplete. He couldn't make the catch as there was a wide open receiver in the end zone.
Daniel O'Connor.
Yep.
Doc. Right, Doc was in the back of the end zone. Nice play. Look at this little Houdini here by Melkonian, right, hiding that football. Gets an excellent block by Tristan Chang. Those are the types of plays you have to make, right? Just inches, a game of inches, right? We got to squeeze that one, right? If we're Manhasset. Now you're in that third and goal from the 7.
Garden City calls a timeout. Talk it over. Seems like Manhasset has figured out Garden City, at least on the screen passes and little floats. And I think that's something that Steve Fennell, the DC for Garden City, just wants to talk over with his squad.
Yeah, stay disciplined, right? Not everyone can swarm the ball trying to get another turnover. Let's do what we do. You know, if you're Manhasset, right, you got to block the Cascadin brothers. Make sure that they don't get in the backfield and look for a tackle for loss or create another turnover deep here in the zone.
Well, we have a break in the action. One of our sponsors is Compass. Our mission is helping everyone find their place in the world. Contact Ed D'Ambrosio today, 516-225-7253. Take a look at the market and what's out there. And if you're looking for a home in Manhasset, 16 South Drive is up for sale. Contact Kristen Purcell at 917-734-4941. Beautiful house.
Yeah, look, you're in the market, right? This is your price tag.
Yep. All right, so Manhasset's starting to drive, 3rd and 6.
They'd love to take this to the house, right?
100%. You'd have to imagine it's 4-down territory, too. Already spotting Garden City 2 scores.
Yeah,
with a windy day.
Windy with the snap, and yeah, definitely difficult. Got to punch this in. Try to get at least half of it back here.
Melkonian inside give. Addard still on his feet. So difficult to bring down. He'll be spotted at the 2-yard line. 4th and goal upcoming.
Yeah, just a mass of humanity below the 5-yard line. Good job at bottom of that pile of Mark Gemmel. Doing a good job pushing forward. Got more than half to that goal line. 4th and goal.
Garden City crowd on their feet.
Got to block Luke Cascadin.
Here's Melkonian chugging ahead. Still going forward, and it looks like he's just short. Garden City's defense steps up.
Nothing like a goal line stand if you're Garden City. Good job, 77. All right, Mauricio again, that big body, strong. He kind of stands up to some blocks there and allows for GC to rally to the football. Like we said, game of inches, right? They don't catch that ball in the back of the end zone. Fall about a half-yard short of a touchdown. No review like in the NFL. First down, GC.
Well, now for Garden City, the second part of the mission is to get the ball out of the end zone. Couldn't have pinned them anywhere better if you're Manhasset.
Yeah, it's the opposite of their first drive, right? They got the ball in the red zone.
Pistol formation. Jimmy Trachia on as the extra blocker, and the give is to Michael Berkery. And Berkery only gains a yard. 2nd and 9 upcoming.
Yeah, good job, Marcus Davis, 6'4", 215. One of the most improved players on the Manhasset roster. Does a good job tackling Berkery there.
Quinta says he just loves Davis's size and athleticism. I don't know what's not to love about him.
Yeah, 6'4", 215. That's like perfect football size. Manhasset, right? If you got a 4 and out, 3 and out here. Make them punt deep. Even 1 first down, right, makes it a lot easier for Garden City.
Second down and 9. Robert Tiello, the handoff. Off towards Berkery again, who's dragged down. Back-to-back defensive stops. This said defense. It was Parker Madden with the tackle. leading tackler on the team, 24 solo tackles on the year.
Yeah, Ian Quinta calls him the brains of this entire operation. He calls out the calls for the defense. Nice job reading the play there. Short tackle by him. Indians kind of settled in a little bit. Offensively, they drove the ball. Got to get off the field here on 3rd down.
Haven't seen Robertiello throw the ball yet. 3rd and 6 from their own 5. Play action, Robertiello flushed out of the pocket, and then he's brought down. There's your 3 and out you were looking for. Manhasset gets the stop.
There's that man again, Marcus Davis. He gets the sack, but the guy we highlighted in the beginning, Danny Colin, comes off the edge, provides pressure, chasing him down. 2 lacrosse players chasing each other. There's Davis. You ain't getting away from him. 6'4" with that wingspan. Brings down Robertiello. Brings out the punt team for the Trojans.
Look at Desiderio. I don't know if we have a shot of behind the end zone, how close he is to that end line. Yeah, he has about like a foot. No margin for error on this punt for Desiderio. As Manhasset has Heathington and Colin back.
Yeah, this is Jake Schliff, right? He's the long snapper. He's looking perhaps do this in college. So pretty sure-handed snapper for Garden City.
Yeah, good snap gets off. Heathington fields it at the 50. And trying to range near side. Got his hands full just trying to get around Owen Anderson. And Heathington probably went about 30 yards to pick up 10, but a good return for Atif.
You have speed. He obviously has that, but the patience that he has to set up blocks is what most impresses me. He kind of danced to the side, then he took his time, let some blocks develop, and got an extra 15 yards out of it.
Manhasset has been brewing over the last few years. 7-3 a year ago, 5-4. Have not got to the final since that spring shortened season.
How about that turnaround? I mean, Ian Quinta, right? Joel Knoll, assistant Casey Neely, Arthur Johnson. Hats off to them.
Just over a minute to go, first quarter. 14-0 Garden City. Quick hitter, ball caught. As that's Keith Lamb making his first reception of the day, a 5-yard pickup.
Yeah, nice job. Wasn't the prettiest pass in the world, but these conditions, wide open. Nice job. Melkonian's really settled in, right? Running the ball. Couple short completions, right? A little extended handoffs. Nothing too risky, but moving the ball down the field.
It's interesting because coaches will say that they have confidence in their backup quarterback, but you really just never know at this level. But Melkonian has exuded that confidence, and the team's fed off of him. Could be one of the last plays first quarter. Melkonian puts his shoulder down, chugs ahead, and then is pushed back to the line of scrimmage. Good tackle in there by Owen Wookdy.
Yeah, and you had Zach Olson, right, following it down. You love when a coach says, how do you describe him? He's a big dude. And he made a big dude type tackle there as well.
First quarter in the books. Garden City rolling. It's been the Trojan Show, led by Michael Berkery. First touchdown of the day, just a simple 1-yard run. Backing in there, 14-0 Trojans at the break. Second quarter coming up next on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Going, Israel Kunda, running back for the New York Jets, and you're watching Varsity Media.
What's next for you? A bolder, more engaged you. A career-focused you. A you that leads your community and helps change the world. Take the next step and get your bachelor's degree at Malloy. With special transfer programs and scholarships and a career-focused curriculum, Malloy makes a nationally ranked private university education attainable and your dream job possible. Malloy University. Welcome to the new you.
For all the latest Varsity Media updates, including our game schedules, be sure to follow us on social media at Varsity Media, the home for New York high school sports.
14-0 Trojans started the second quarter. Last year, Michael Berkery ended his season in this game with a broken ankle. For more on that, it's Jared Veluzzi.
Yeah, I got a chance to speak with Michael Berkery during the week, and he said rehab itself was really hard. 13 screws and 2 metal plates doesn't heal overnight. It took a while for him to get back to full strength, but he grinded day by day to be the best that he can for his last football season ever, and he has 2 touchdowns here to start off. Back over to you guys.
Danny Colin, nice catches. Manhasset's starting to build something, and you can imagine how much of a heartbreaker that is for Berkery, too, to not only suffer the injury, suffer it in the biggest game of the year up until that point. You want to win a Long Island championship and contribute, but he's had the fight and the spirit and has been around both athletic programs, the football and lacrosse team, to get back.
Yeah, last year, 29 total touchdowns, averaged 12 yards a carry. That's just video game-like.
Good fake, Melkonian. And this triple offense giving Garden City some fits.
We saw another short pass, right? Colin out with a screen pass or a swing pass, and Melkonian's done a good job when he's run the football. You'll take 5 yards a carry every day.
15, second down.
17 attempts, 69 rushing yards from Manhasset in the first quarter.
Been impressed with the line, right? Chang, Griffith.
Addered straight up the gut and spun down.
Yeah, he mentioned Trokia met him in the hole there. Two-way, all these kids credit, right? Two-way players. Captain, number 20 there in the middle of the defense, has had a tremendous senior year. For all the praise we've been giving Manhasset for driving the ball, there's still a 0 up on the scoreboard. They'd love to change that.
Well, you're right. They do have to score, especially with the offense that Garden City can turn it on in the flick of a switch. Melkonian back to pass, throws it towards the end zone. Hethington is in for the score. Touchdown. Right on cue, Brian. Hethington finds the end zone, and Manhasset strikes back.
Huge play. Look at him going to the sideline, firing up the crowd. Exactly what Manhasset. Melkonian's been almost perfect in this game. Wide open. This kid knows how to find the end zone, whether it's a kick return, running the ball, catching the ball. Right, Atif is the man for Manhasset. Right, one of those guys going into the season all year. Right, we're talking Thorpe Award. Right, his name was in the top 5 all season in Nassau football.
Griffith the snap, Miller the hold, and Melkonian the extra point is good. 14-7, Manhasset answering back. And that drive started on defense, forcing the punt, and then they capitalized.
Exactly, right? That stop by the defense, that sack by Davis, the pressure by Colin. Now Colin catches a pass to get them deeper in the zone. Wide open, little crossing route. Nice job, gets wide open. Finds the end zone. Great patience by Melkonian. Great blocking by the offensive line. Nice route combinations by the receiver. They've had a couple of guys. The receivers have been wide open for Manhasset. So if you're the defense for Garden City, you want to get on those iPads, call up to the booth, and be like, how are these guys getting so wide open? Because momentum is, it's teetering right now, and the defense needs to make another stop.
Well, Manhasset saying game on, and the thing, though, is you could do it for one drive. You have to sustain it for 4 quarters.
That's the hardest thing, right? Whether it's lacrosse, basketball, whatever it is, when you're trying to pull off an upset, the quarters feel like games, right? You feel like we're in it, and then you look and there's still a full 3 quarters left against the team that's won 52 games in a row. Not an easy task, but that's in the opening. I said try to look at it in 5-minute, 10-minute clips rather than trying to think of it as a 4-quarter game and keep yourself in it.
The wind again just causing fits. O'Connor is going to replace it, and the ball will fall off, and that'll then lead to presumptively Drew Schwartz to hold it down.
Yeah, it's windy, but feels pretty warm up here. We got our Blaze blood lemonade drinks that they've supplied us. I feel like we're at the beach up here.
No, they hooked us up. You can smell that food. Good kick, O'Connor. Garden City on the return. Anthony Asaro. at the 25, head of steam and spun down at the 35-yard line. Long Island's Malloy University offers more than 50 undergraduate degree programs and is home to one of the premier NCAA Division II athletic programs in the East Coast Conference. Malloy recently introduced sprint football to their athletic offerings, a full-contact varsity sport with the same rules as regular college football, except the players must meet a weight limit of 178 pounds. Visit Malloy.edu to learn more today. He's Brian Soper. I'm John Perez. 14-7 the lead for Garden City. Early stages of the second quarter. You know, Malloy would love to have some of these guys on their sprint football team.
For sure. And Manhasset has been going to school, right, on this GC offense. First down is such a big down for the Manhasset defense, right? If you can get them behind the sticks or a short gain, it makes those runs a little bit harder.
Robert Tiello under center as Asaro goes in motion in the pitch to Michael Berkery on first down. Ripping ahead, Berkery into the secondary.
Trouble.
Michael Berkery has some blocks, one man to beat. It's a foot race with him and Davis. Berkery diving, touchdown. What a run, 64-yard response. Michael Berkery with a hat trick and his third touchdown of the day.
Unbelievable job by the offensive line blocking this up. Give it to your money player. Great vision to cut that back. Once he gets past the line of the scrimmage, a lot of these runs look very similar. Get to the outside, use your speed. No one's catching him. Unbelievable job. GC needed that, right? Momentum was getting tilted the other way. Berkery does what he does.
He just continues to dazzle. And I'd have to imagine some hardware is coming his way once the season ends.
Yeah, last week he took one for 65, and he has 3 touchdowns already in this game.
Schliff to Sarkis, Desiderio, 21-7 the lead for Garden City. Michael Berkery getting it done with his speed. That's our Speed Island speedy play of the game. Contact Onyx, Salva, and the gang to improve your speed today. Located in Garden City. Book a session at speedislandny.com. And here's Mr. Berkery once more.
It's not even fair because, you almost if anyone else does this, you're like going absolutely crazy. He does it on the regular. He does it all the time, right? The vision, the ability to get outside, bust these big runs, right? Number 16, he's an all-timer, right? When you talk Garden City greats, right? Berkery, his name is in the conversation. Just a family that has worn the maroon so proudly. Just a great player, great athlete, great kid. And it's great to see him back healthy and, playing with his boys in this game.
It's interesting how much an injury can affect a young man's psyche, but for Berkery, had a good support system around him. His teammates really rallied around him, as he did to them. And you wouldn't have known that he suffered such a tough injury last year, shook it off in time for lacrosse season. And just full steam ahead this year.
And football was big. I think just to get out there, the mental part of it, the psyche. I cover a lot of lacrosse games as well. He was definitely not 100% last season, but he will be, right? And that's the thing about high school sports, right? The ability to work and to grind and to, at Garden City, just top-notch program. Did the right thing by him, easing him back into the lacrosse season.
Desiderio in the direction of Colin. Then the ball muffed. Garden City pouncing on top of it. They've got it. Keith Lamb couldn't make the catch, and the Trojans capitalize.
Definitely not what Coach Iaquinta wanted to see. The ball was just hanging up there. It was just floating around, dropped on the ground, and a bunch of piranhas, right, wearing maroon, right, swarming the football. Just outside the red zone. Manhasset defense it's got to step up here.
It might be a little easier when you got Garden City at their own 1 yard line, but when they're at your 25, a bit different.
And they just ripped a 70-yard plus run on you.
Michael Berkery, 3 touchdowns in the first half.
You can't let him get to that second level. When he gets 5-7 yards past the line, then his vision takes over.
Man in motion, Owen Wuchty. And Robertiello takes it back and plows forward for a gain of 4.
Yeah, Robertiello was like, yeah, you take it. Nope, I'm taking it, right? He wants to get involved, right, the sophomore. Good job by the Manhasset defense limiting that gain. Got to get a tackle for loss. Got to try to get in the backfield, disrupt this GC running attack. You said you hadn't seen him throw a pass yet. I'm not sure you will see him throw a pass yet.
Usually they're up multiple scores each game. Here's Berkery. Eyeing ahead. Berkery's done it again. 4 touchdowns, Michael Berkery.
4 touchdowns already for Berkery. I mean, watch him stick his foot in the ground here, change direction. This play is designed to go another way. Foot in the ground, boop, right, follow it. Not today, you didn't keep contained on the outside. Kid just scores touchdowns. Great job, great vision. Some guys are just different, and he's different, right? You give him that ball, he finds the hole, he finds where the defense is not, and just scores touchdowns.
Big part of that is the vision, too. He got the blocks from his offensive line, saw that there was no holes on the near side of the field, so he just reversed it. As Desiderio now 4 for 4 on extra points. 28-7 the lead for Garden City. Will step aside on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Keep this quick.
Because at Blaze Pizza, artisanal quality at crazy fast speed is what we're all about.
Walk the line and choose any toppings you'd like.
Then it's just 180 seconds in our blazing hot oven
For fast fire perfection.
Come check us out and build your own pizza at Blaze Pizza.
Did you just have the best athletic year of your life? And now you want to show it off to college coaches? Well, let Varsity Media help you. Varsity Media's college recruiting videos show off your unique skills to help you land a spot on the team of your dream school. We'll provide music, spot shadow effects, and a link to send to your next coach. Contact us today for more information. Don't rely on word of mouth or cold emails. Let Varsity Media help you take your game to the next level.
Welcome back to James M. Stewart Stadium. It's Michael Berkery 28, Manhasset 7 here in the Nassau Conference 3 final. Garden City, if they were to win this, it'd be 53 straight victories, and then a date with Sayville in the final next week, next Saturday at Stony Brook.
Messina, maybe, versus Berkery. Must see football.
Now you see the scores from last night. Hills East will match up with Cary, and then Sayville, a thrilling 42-35 win over Hills West. The Sayville defense sacking Joe Filardi on his final play as a Hills West Colts football player. Low kick, ball bounces around. Garden City should have it once more. I mean, for Manhasset, it's just been a calamity of errors for them. A bad pitch, 2 muffed kicks.
Yeah, I don't know if this is designed, just a missile right at the ankles. Ball bounces around, GC pounces on it. It's like that, it's like that snowball that's going down the hill and all of a sudden keeps getting bigger, bigger, bigger. Then all of a sudden it becomes an absolute cliff that you can't survive.
Try out for 3rd and 10, Long Island's premier 7-on-7 national travel team. Register today and be a part of a storied list of alumni representing Long Island's most skilled football players. First and 10, another prime field position for Garden City. Braden Robertiello under center, the handoff, and then pitches up top and plowing forward, Jimmy Trachia. And Trachia, a gain of 7 on first down.
Special teams has killed Manhasset, right? They had it rolling on offense, right? One drive, they drove it down, didn't score, but then they had a scoring drive, but haven't seen the ball yet because of 2 special team kickoff turnovers. Real danger zone for Manhasset.
Second down and 3 from the 33. Robert Tiello. Hard count, flag, and an extra 5 for GC. He'll move the sticks.
Yeah, I was just looking through the program before the game. It's Section 8 individual playoff records, right? So the record is 7 touchdowns. Rob Smith, Jordan McLuhan for Farmingdale, Davian Quinlan for Plain Edge, right? So Berkery has 4. They're in scoring territory.
Well, we'll see if they actually get to that point.
I know.
I'd have to imagine if they
might pull the dogs if it. 7 touchdowns.
What's crazy, 4 minutes ago in the game time, it was a 1-score game. False start called against Garden City.
That's what happens in a flash, right? There's so much pressure, right? Like you said, it's almost like, yes, there's a win streak, yes, yeah, but it's like they want to dismiss it, Garden City, but it's in the head of every opponent, and they start to do things. 9 out of 10 times they catch all these balls, and now they're on the floor turning it over. It just becomes a mindset thing against Garden City. You have to play perfect, and no one plays perfect against them. They actually play some of their worst football.
Right. First and 15, Robert Tiello, play action. Slings it, incomplete. Berkery drops the pass and proves that he's human.
He's only human after all. Unbelievable, right? There's your first pass. Roberto Tiello's going to get an incompletion for that when you look back at it, but it was on the money. But Berkery just dropped it.
It's like a pitcher watching his ERA go up because they marked it a hit instead of an error. Garden City might win, and Robert Tiello's final stat line will be 0 for 1.
0 for 1. They're like, oh, sophomore.
Yeah.
Roberto Tiello's a great athlete. Face off in lacrosse. Just a tough kid.
Yeah, did a good job in training camp, and Ettinger entrusting him to run the offense. And why not when you've got that running ability like that? He'll have a first down, but a flag is down. We'll see where this gets spotted.
You had 42 Van Blennis out there for Garden City.
And holding against Garden City. Van Blennis had a big half last week for Garden City when he played in the second half. Had a tackle on defense and a couple of catches as well.
That's the thing that's crazy. You look back at last year with Berkery, you look at those stats, like, 20-something plus touchdowns, right? And not playing many full games or fourth quarters. Stats are kind of meaningless in Garden City. They don't take much stock in them, but it's super impressive when you really start to think about it.
Well, you get the 52-game winning streak, but coming into this game, just allowing 48 total points this season, putting up 400 points of your own. I find it hard to find a stat that's not great for them as the pass goes to Berkery behind the line of scrimmage, and Berkery only picks up a yard as Manhasset rallies over Danny Colin, the first man in there, as well as Marcus Davis.
Yeah, also a really nice job by Elijah Pedraza, senior, on the outside. He kind of got Berkery to have to make a move and not get a full head of steam. Berkery was eyeing that cutback, but Pedraza was there and then allowed for Colin and some of the other guys to rally to the football.
So 3rd and 18. Robert Tiello fakes the pass, chugs ahead, and picks up about 5.
Yeah, Ledbetter on the defensive line for Manhasset. Good job tracking him down. He had Berkery lead blocking from Robertiello, but Ledbetter was able to run him down from behind.
Ledbetter, a senior, one of those 10 returners. Filled in for inside linebacker, and then needed 1 or 2 games to shake off the rust this year, and certainly stepped up in his senior season for Manhasset. Clock winds down, and then a timeout taken by Garden City with 5.5 to play in the first half. The Bowie 4 story, 6 childhood friends from Long Island, New York, who grew up together on and around the water and developed a special connection to the serenity that the water provides. This is where the Bowie 4 mantra was born, quote, "We choose the water." With every purchase made, they donate a portion of the proceeds to water conservation groups. Bowie 4 offers a full range of apparel and accessories for team stores, corporate gear, and fundraising initiatives. All of our products are designed, created, and printed on site. Buoy up your wardrobe. See you out on the open waters.
Right, Bowie 4 touchdowns for Berkery. I don't know, 4 slices at halftime from Blaze Pizza.
4 slices at halftime. It looks like it's been the open water for Berkery in the secondary. You're right. It's all connected. Is that the 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon?
Yeah. Signs.
4th and 13. Robertiello trying the hard count, and then just a pooch punt. And Manhasset wisely gets everybody out of the way and downed at the 8-yard line. 23-yard punt coming up at the half. Our Blaze Pizza food review, and then we'll talk to incoming Nassau Football Commissioner Joe Martellati and get some halftime stats. You don't want to miss it. Stay locked in here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Yeah, that was the best thing that Manhasset could do on any kick, is just stay away from it right now. Poison.
Five and a half to play, second quarter. Big week of football on the Varsity Media Sports Network as well. We've got the Catholic League today. We've got another game up at 4, and we call it the Turkey Bowl as Melconian gets tripped up. But a great all-star game. Nassau County athletes from conferences 1 through 4. Now, the teams that go on to the Long Island Championship do not play in the game because they're getting ready for the big games later on this week. But players that had great careers one last time at Mitchell Field. And for those of you out there that want to purchase game film as well, you could go to varsitymedia.net to place your order or find us at the tent Thanksgiving morning, 10 a.m. right at Mitchell Field.
Yeah, you saw Luke Cascadin. You know, he's 5'10", but he plays nose tackle. Just absolutely a terror, and he tripped up Melconian there for a loss.
Melconian drives forward, gets back to the line of scrimmage. One correction. If you're looking for film, varsitymediapass.com. If you tell him Jeff Turchin sent you, he'll give you the Turchin special. Can't reveal that on air. That's why you have to go and find him at the tent.
Yeah, you saw Luke and Blake Cascadin in there in the backfield. How about against Bethpage, right? Luke caused a fumble. Blake returned it for 21 yards. That's a happy household in the Cascadins.
Yeah, they have a lot of happy days when it comes to their sporting events. And a timeout taken by Garden City. 4:09 to go in the first half. It's been all Trojans on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
This is Jalen Brunson. You're watching Varsity Media.
Hey parents, Varsity Media is now offering ISO video of just your athlete. Why settle for the wide angle that shows every player on the field? With our ISO video, your athlete is front and center the entire game. This footage will help in creating highlight videos for college coaches to better pinpoint your athlete's play on the field. Watching our video will help your athlete improve progressively throughout the season and may lead to a college scholarship. Varsity Media is now booking ISO videos for the winter, but spots are limited. Contact us today for basketball, ice hockey, wrestling, and swimming by calling 516-403-2050 or emailing ben@varsitymedia.net.
4:09 to play in the first half. 28-7 the lead for Garden City. Coming up in about a half hour's time, 2 p.m. The Catholic League AAA Final. St. Anthony's, Iona Prep at Mitchell Field. Coverage beginning at 1:50 p.m. right here on the Varsity Media Sports Network. 3rd and 14. Manhasset with the ball. Melkonian back to pass. Delivering far side in a double coverage. Batted away. Anthony Asaro in coverage with Owen Wookty. Pass intended for Keith Lamb. And the punting unit out for Manhasset.
Yeah, Luke Cascadin had that nose tackle position. He drove the center back into the backfield. You know, Melkonian still got off a good pass, but great coverage by the Trojans. Special teams, John.
Special teams is right, and that's Dan O'Connor to boot it away. Griffith the snap. And all kinds of time for O'Connor. Here's Burker. He bats it down, then picks it up at the 40-yard line. And is pulled down by the Manhasset defense. Michael Burkery, 4 touchdowns today, and you're right, looking for... I mean, if it was up to him, I'm sure he's looking to break the record of 7, but we'll see if Garden City has other ideas. Leading by 21.
Yeah, good tackle on special teams by Henry Jervis. Right, nice job, junior.
Yeah, Jervis seen as one of those unsung heroes for the Manhasset defense. Plays a big role in the locker room, and Garden City, fresh set of downs. The lead in the ball with 3:49 to go in the first half.
Yeah, you know, that line, right? Zach Olson, right? Mauricio, right? Luke Lesor is a good player, 6'2", 195, going to play lacrosse at Binghamton, right? Schliff, not only blocking, but long snapping. Connor Fortney, great job by him.
Burkery goes right up the middle. This has obviously been the Burkery show, but it's not just him, it's the offensive line as well, and moving the football ain't easy sometimes. Moving your car with Easy Auto Movers is. Visit easyautomovers.com for a free quote today. You see Schliff, Fortney, and Lesor, like you mentioned, might not be the biggest guys with the exception of Olson, but very tactically gifted.
Play together, great chemistry, coached very well, scout very well, get a hat on a hat and allow Burkery and the boys to find cutback lanes.
Play action, Robert Cielo rolling out, sees the pressure coming and throws it away. And then a flag down as well afterwards. Not sure if it was a late hit. Marcus Davis in on the pressure.
Yeah, Luke using Burkery as a bit of a decoy there. He goes out in the flat. Bertiel rolls out the other way. Nobody open. Might have been a late hit out of bounds.
Yeah, chop block against Manhasset. This is just going to continue to help Garden City. And so a fresh set of downs for Garden City, looking for county title number 29. Was the number 1 preseason team, why wouldn't you be? Coming in with a then 42-game winning streak. One of the longest active winning streaks in the country. And now on 1st and 10. It's the handoff to Burkery, straight up the gut, spinning around. And Burkery, so efficient, picks up 9 on the draw.
Yeah, good job by Schliff and the middle of that line, creating another cutback lane, another hole for Burkery to run through. tried the spin move, but Kyle Melkonian was there, right, to stop him and deny his attempt for number 5.
Second and a short 2. Tiello to Berkery. Has the first down inside the 10 and pulled down by Kingston Takahashi. Takahashi's had a good journey as well. Two-sport athlete, plays track and field, 6 foot 190. Was originally a linebacker at the beginning of the year, then moved up to the defensive ends position. You can see the talent that he has, number 54 in white.
Yeah, nice job. The only thing that stopped Berkery from a touchdown was Kingston there. 9 tackles last week. Great tackle there. Could use a few more of those if you're Coach Quinta.
First and goal to pitch to Berkery, looking for touchdown number 5 and stunted a couple of yards short after the 3-yard gain.
Yeah, Patrick McGinnis, number 64, in there for Manhasset. Senior, 6'1", 260. Nice job by him. Keep giving it to 16. What do you think?
I don't see why not. He's been automatic today, whether it's been a short yardage that you need or a big run. Michael Berkery playing with a purpose today. There it is to number 16, and that is number 5. 5 touchdowns for Michael Berkery in the county final, and it's been all Garden City this afternoon.
I want to be like Mike Berkery.
It's got to be the shoes.
Yeah. Just following his blockers. When he gets anywhere near that goal line, he's finishing that run across the line. 5 touchdowns for 16.
I don't see why you wouldn't just keep giving it to him at this point now, even try and tie it.
Tell Jared to go down there and say, no, listen, the record's 7. But how about this Dario? I mean, he's been absolute missiles kicking. I know he wants to play baseball, but he could be a future college kicker with the way he's kicking the ball, especially in the wind today.
It almost hit towards our camera guys. Let's take a break. 1:02 to go, first half on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
You're watching Varsity Media, New York's premier high school sports network.
Wait, oh my God!
Oh, hello, hi, how are you? All right. Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing? All right, I'm Ron. Oh, what's going on? How you doing, sir? How you doing? I'm Ron. Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing? Oh, hello, hi, how are you? How you doing? Oh, my God. I'm Ron, nice to meet you. Blaze right now is offering a large shareable pizza here with real ingredients. Not frozen, none of that frozen crust, all right? Right. So I want to show you some beautiful, unique toppings that we have. Artichoke, arugula. Wow. You like that type of stuff? That's for you, all right? Oh, no, I'm Ron. I don't know who LeBron is. Me and you take a selfie. Come on in. Hey, that's Ron. You tell your friends to take you to Blaze Pizza and tell them Ron sent you, okay? All right, put it there, my guy. You even take Ron's hat. That's yours.
1:02 to play, first half, 35-7 the lead for Garden City over Manhasset in the Section 8 Conference 3 final. The winner will play Sayville next Saturday at Stony Brook. And the ball comes down again. I think that's been the only demerit against Garden City and the touchdown that they gave up. But it's been that kind of day for Garden City. In fact, that kind of season and that post-pandemic world as well for the Trojans.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost amazing to think that in the first matchup, right, 24 carries for 97 yards, right? That's not like, that's not like big, crazy runs, but Berkery's just had an absolute field day here in the first half.
Dario, low kick, finds his way back to Heathington, who picks it up at the 20-yard line. And Atif tripped up at the 30, 10-yard return. as Kyle Melkonian, confused him for his cousin, will come out and try and find a score before the half ends. But as if winning 4 NBA titles wasn't enough, LeBron James also owns multiple Blaze Pizza franchises. Want to eat like an NBA star? King James is rumored to add 16 different toppings to his pizza. If that sounds like too much, you could choose a few of the 35-plus toppings. And now the incredible 5 for $35 deal all day, every day at Blaze Pizza.
I got to build my own pizza, right? The soap, right? Some barbecue chicken, chili flakes.
I got to try that at the half. As Melkonian goes forward, gets about halfway home.
Yeah, we've all of a sudden become the most popular booth here at Stewart Stadium. Like in the cartoons, when the smell is just like in the air and people just start flocking towards it, right? This is the Blaze Pizza announcing booth right now.
Ever see those videos when like dog or pet owners will open the snacks and the pet's right there? That's what we have here. Here's Melkonian, sees the pressure, and then flicks it near side. Danny Colin has a first down. Stays inbounds and is tackled, and that should do it for the first half. But we have a flag out on the field and penalty against Manhasset. And so one more play for the set.
Yeah, it's been tough sledding for Manhasset, right? Losing a guy like Madden Franco on defense, right? Last week, 7 tackles, had an INT, kind of that Swiss Army do-it-all type of player for them. You definitely see them missing him in the first half.
It's been all Garden City. They're halfway to the Long Island Championship. Michael Berkery with 5 touchdowns. Let's take a look at number 4. From 25 yards out, Berkery dazzling again. It's all Trojans. Halftime here on the Varsity Media Sports Network. Halftime here at James M. Stewart Stadium. It's the best day of the year, not just because it's the best football games, but Chef Brian Soper. We've got Blaze Pizza in the booth as well, and our guy, Arit Larian, hooking us up, and a huge spread here.
Unbelievable. Dream job to call football. I got a dream email, said build your own pizza from Blaze today, so chef hat, ready to go. Dream opportunity to build my own pie.
Now, the build your own hat was not from Blaze Pizza, but maybe that's something that we could add as well. So we got a few pies to look at. I have the green stripe as well as the carnivore slice. There's over 35 different toppings, and we're going to talk about them throughout this, Brian. You have your build your own, and you've got some other pies that you're excited about.
Yeah, for sure. I build my own pie. I went with barbecue drizzle. I went with chicken. I went with some chili flakes. I just started adding some stuff on. Got some spicy honey, cheesy bread. I'm ready to go.
So, all right, we have the idea of build your own, but let's show the folks at home what you got. And this is what you could do at any Blaze location. Build your own pie, over 35 toppings as well. So go ahead, let's get in there, Soap.
Yeah, so, I just started loading up barbecue chicken, nothing like it. Halftime here at Hofstra. Blaze, you've outdone yourself. Chef Soap, you've outdone yourself. Built an unbelievable pie. Chili flakes kicking in right now. Just great barbecue taste, unbelievable. Crust is amazing. Great job by Blaze.
And the good thing about Blaze Pizza, too, they've got their blood orange drink, which is fantastic. The lemonade, blood orange lemonade, you can wash it down with that. I'm going with the green stripe pizza here. Classic dough, mozzarella cheese, chicken, red peppers. I'll show it off for the camera here and get in. Is there anything better than pesto?
No, it's unbelievable. My barbecue is pretty good, but your pesto will give it a run for its money. Now I'm ready for some cheesy bread. All right, napkins are optional up here today at halftime, and I got a little brownie here on the side. Right, no stone left unturned by Blaze today.
Now the cool thing about the cheesy bread, you've got honey hot cheesy bread, which I believe is what you have, sweet and spicy twist with cheesy bread, crispy edges, and cheese in there as well. And then if I'm going to go with the dessert, this is my favorite here, and it's the cinnamon bread. Got the nice icing, glaze, nice and simple. You have to take this away from me.
I mean, I don't even know how we're going to call the second half, right, with all this food up here. Right, I'm going to go brownie, right? Brownie. We got other desserts in there. We got cookies, all right, from beverages to desserts to cheesy bread to pizza. Blaze just has everything you could want. Just a football delight today.
And then just one more before we go. This is my personal favorite, the carnivore. If I were to build my own, I'd put every piece of meat on it, and that's exactly what they've done so far. So you got the pepperoni here, as well as just a hearty protein-packed option. 3 different meat toppings, red sauce, mozzarella cheese, pepperoni, crumbled meatballs, Italian sausage. And you can put balsamic vinegar on there as well if you want. So I'm going to get in here as well. I mean, there are just people out there that, listen, if you like a simple pie, you can do that. If you want to throw all kinds of meat on it, you could do that too at Blaze.
Yeah, I mean, we have a list here, just an unbelievable menu. Cheers, right? Going to wash it down with some blood orange lemonade. Why not?
And then, of course, for you non-meat eaters out there, tons of vegetarian options. They got good salads. I have the chicken Caesar salad here as well. They also hooked us up with the Cobb salad, BLT Cobb salad, and Greek salad as well. So if you're eating all that pizza, wash it down with some greens and some blood orange lemonade.
We have instantly become the most popular men up here in the press box, right, with all the food that's been delivered by Blaze. Just what else can you say? Unbelievable.
Yeah, we got to push these people away. It's getting a little dangerous in here. Before we let you go, we want to let everyone know out there about the Blaze deal going on through the end of December. From now until the end of December, Blaze is offering a family meal which feeds up to 5 different people. Pick any 3 cheese plus 11-inch original dough or thick crust as your options. 2 sides, any dessert, salad, cheesy, or cinnamon bread for an incredible deal of $35. Located in the Broadway Mall. So next week when you're going shopping for the holidays, stop by Blaze Pizza. And if you're not over there, you could go to the locations in Fresh Meadow and Bayshore as well. Halftime here, second half coming up next on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Varsity Media is now opening up our schedule to any teams looking to be on a sportscast. Watching yourself on camera is okay, but hearing your name on a Varsity Media sportscast is like you're a pro.
And look at this opportunity. Feldman behind. Jersey pulled. Feldman! Feldman!
Here comes the 1-0. Hit on the ground at first. Twins up with it. Feeds to Varela. It's a no-hitter. And division's moving on. Nassau County AA champions.
As West barks out the signal. West is going to keep it himself inside the 5 to the goal line. Touchdown! Touchdown, Southside.
Varsity Media offers sportscast coverage for any sport, and our coverage airs live and on demand so everyone can watch the game. Now is the time to be a star on Varsity Media. Contact us to book a sportscast today at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
Welcome back to Hofstra. It's still halftime here in the Section 8 Conference 3 final. Manhasset and Garden City. We are joined by the incoming Section 8 football coordinator, Joe Mortalotti. Excuse me, it's still a little early for me. I apologize, Joe. But first off, congratulations on the new gig that you have coming up. I'm sure it's a very exciting time, and it's been an exciting couple of days here for Section 8 football.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's funny you say congratulations. I get congratulations from the coaches, and I get condolences from the athletic directors in the county.
So I guess for people that are watching, take us through what a coordinator does day to day, how you guys help facilitate Section 8 football.
I mean, basically, the coordinator's in charge of all of Section 8 football. You know, scheduling, everything that runs through there, making sure that section follows all the rules. Anytime there's an appeal, anything related to football, it runs through this Section 8 coordinator. I'm fortunate enough that started my coaching career for Pat Pizzarelli, who's our Section 8 executive director. And he was the football coordinator, so I was around him a lot. And then I've had a great relationship over the last bunch of years with Matt McLeese, so I have a lot of resources to turn to if needed.
And that's what I was going to say, too. And just getting the opportunity to lean on those guys, what do you take away from them and sort of the legacy that they bring on to the football side?
There's just a wealth of knowledge. I know that there's anything I need, I can go to them if I have a question. I have 20 years in the county as a football coach myself, part of the association. I was on the football committee, so I do have a background and history within the section. I'm not just a newbie thrown out there. And I've been fortunate enough to work at 2 different schools, so I can see things from different angles. And I know most of the coaches in the county. There's a couple of new guys over the last couple of years since I stopped coaching. But, I've gotten to know everyone the last few weeks of these playoff games and, reconnect with some guys that I hadn't seen in a while as a coach. So I'm excited.
It's funny, as we're looking at the final matchups, you got Garden City, Manhasset, Farmingdale, Massapequa, and then last night, Wantagh, Plain Edge, and Cary, Mepham. All good academic institutions, and obviously, there's a lot that goes into the eligibility and things like that. But what does it say, and how much does football actually help bring in the community, help with the institutions and the academic side as well?
I think it's huge. You go to a cold spring baseball game, you might have 15 people in the stands. Last night we're here, in the pouring rain, and the community's out and always support football. Football is always the centerpiece. Your community grows as good as your football program is, and all of these programs are all the scholar athlete teams, and it's just the state of Nassau County football is in really good shape, and I'm just excited to step in and fill in, take over for a guy that's done an amazing job.
And for so many years, players always want to get to Hofstra, whether it's for a county semifinal, final, or a Long Island championship. Just give us a little bit about the partnership that you've had with Hofstra and continuing to play games here.
I was fortunate enough to play in this field as a player a long time ago, and that back then only 4 teams made the playoffs. So this has been a long-standing relationship with Nassau County and Hofstra. We were just having a conversation inside just how Hofstra really does treat us the right way, from the locker rooms to the facilities to this, using the press box and everything. They're amazing. And it's I still think it's huge for high school football to be able to come to a neutral field and play in this environment, in a stadium, and have that locker room and that experience. And it's a big deal.
For those that are watching at home, might obviously not playing anymore, but still want to give back to the game and help out Section 8, how can they do so?
Come to the games. That's the biggest thing, especially when we come to these playoff games. We've seen attendance dwindle a little bit, partly because of the weather, but the section, we play these games here, there's a cost and there's a fee. The way to offset that is the attendance at the stadium. So, really the biggest thing to do is come out and root on your teams when they're here playing.
All right. Well, Joe, my congratulations and condolences again to you for taking over. That's the new incoming Section 8 football coordinator, Joe Martellotti. It's halftime here. Second half coming up next on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
A bolder, more engaged you. A career-focused you. A you that leads your community and helps change the world. Take the next step and get your bachelor's degree at Malloy. With special transfer programs and scholarships and a career-focused curriculum, Malloy makes a nationally ranked private university education attainable and your dream job possible. Malloy University. Welcome to the new you.
For the latest news in high school sports, be sure to check out varsitymedia.net or follow us on social media at Varsity Media.
A college flag football experience at the youth level like no other. Sign up as a team or as an individual player. Boys and girls divisions available. All players receive a jersey and shorts. New York locations include Massapequa, Half Hollow Hills, Oceanside, and Center Reach. Come and join the thrill at youthflagfootball.com.
High school sports fans, Varsity Media is the exclusive live stream partner of Nassau County Championships. To live stream fall, winter, and spring championship events, head to varsitymediapass.com to order. Now accessible on smart TVs. Varsity Media is your home for the Nassau County Championships.
When it comes to live streaming, Varsity Media does it all. Athletic events, concerts, musicals, graduations, even weddings. Trust Varsity Media when it comes to your live stream event. Contact us today to learn more about Varsity Media's live streaming services at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
Did you just have the best athletic year of your life? And now you want to show it off to college coaches? Well, let Varsity Media help you. Varsity Media's college recruiting videos show off your unique skills to help you land a spot on the team of your dream school. We'll provide music, spot shadow effects, and a link to send to your next coach. Contact us today for more information. Don't rely on word of mouth or cold emails. Let Varsity Media help you take your game to the next level. Hey parents, how about a bobblehead for your athlete? Bobbleheads are one of the most preferred personalized gift items today, and it's so easy to order. All you need is a photo of your athlete, a model number from our extensive collection of bobbleheads, and the sculpting process begins. 2 proofs are sent for your approval, and once it's approved, in a few weeks, your bobblehead is on the way. It's that simple. Order your bobblehead today by logging into varsitymediapass.com and click catalogs or call 516-403-2050.
Hey parents, Varsity Media is now offering ISO video of just your athlete. Why settle for the wide angle that shows every player on the field? With our ISO video, your athlete is front and center the entire game. This footage will help in creating highlight videos for college coaches to better pinpoint your athlete's play on the field. Watching our video will help your athlete improve progressively throughout the season and may lead to a college scholarship. Varsity Media is now booking ISO videos for the winter, but spots are limited. Contact us today for basketball, ice hockey, wrestling, and swimming by calling 516-403-2050 or emailing ben@varsitymedia.net.
Start of the second half here on the Varsity Media Sports Network. This is the Section 8 Conference 3 final. Garden City with a big 35-7 lead over Manhasset. He's Brian Soper. I'm John Perez. He loses the chef hat, puts the coaching hat on, and Coach Soper, your thoughts on Garden City's play in the first half?
Garden City capitalized on a bunch of turnovers by Manhasset. I think the second half, it's, come out, play Garden City football, no injuries, right? We don't need to see Berkery getting hurt again, right? Sayville's waiting. You just want to get out of this game healthy. Manhasset, right? You have some seniors that have really put this program back on the map, finished it the right way. Also think about getting some young blood in there, right? Getting a little taste of the Hofstra turf. So that they can continue this Manhasset football thing next year with a whole new crew.
52 straight wins for Garden City, and for more on the streak, we send it down to Jared Faluzzi.
Yeah, this Garden City team, anytime people talk about Garden City, they talk about the streak. They have won 52 straight games, the longest in Long Island history, and it's the most impressive streak I've witnessed since The Undertaker at WrestleMania. And with those 52 games that they've won, according to Max Preps, that's the second longest active win streak in the country. Garden City up 35-7 here at the half as they're looking to get win number 53. Back over to you guys.
Thank you very much, Jared. And yeah, I guess you just don't talk about the streak. It's probably you're just trying to create another one-game winning streak, and that's how you have to look at it. And over the long period of time, you're going to have success. I think Garden City, the rewards are always, or the goals are, to win championships, and by product of their practice, undefeated seasons happen.
There's probably somebody right now breaking down film of Sayville already. This is how they operate. It's a college level, NFL level of preparation, and no stone left unturned by this tremendous Garden City football staff.
Garden City receives the opening kick, and Danny Mejded, two-sport athlete, plays baseball as well, lacrosse as well, and gets pushed down at the 30-yard line. Wanted a face mask, but Lucas Lyrian in on the tackle.
Yeah, some big-time blocks on that kickoff by Garden City, right? Asaro decleated somebody on the Manhasset side.
First half was a Michael Berkery show. 5 touchdowns, one from a yard out, 3 yards, 64, 25, and 5.
You know, a lot of those possessions by the Garden City offense were off of some special teams kicking. Nightmares for Manhasset. The opening play for Manhasset was a fumble inside their own 10.
On 1st and 10, first play from scrimmage, it's Michael Berkery as he burrows forward and picks up 9.
Done a good job. We were kind of running between the tackles today and then finding a seam, cutback lanes.
Berkery 13 touches, 137 yards in the first half. Now on 2nd and 1, the give to Berkery. Sees a hole, automatic, and can go all the way to the end zone. Michael Berkery with 6 TDs in the county final.
Untouched Berkery to the end zone. Well blocked up front by Schliff, Fortney, Lesor, Mauricio, Olsen. Could drive a truck through this hole. Great cutback there. Untouched, touchdown. 6 on the day for Michael Berkery.
Just makes it look so effortless.
Do you go for number 7?
I think you have to at this point. It's early on. It's only 50 seconds into the third quarter. If this field goal is made, it's running clock. Give him a chance to tie. If you get a quick 3 and out, maybe. So we might have some movement before the snap. So Desiderio, just a formality, and you were really impressed with his kicking ability. He was kicking rockets into the back of the field goal. And now you've got actually some fans that are trying to catch the field goal behind the posts.
Endrick kicked some field goals here as well, right?
Yeah. And there they are. All right, guys, pay attention. Ball's coming your way.
Don't fall down.
Yeah, please don't fall down. Desiderio, end over end. And the kick is good, and the extra point is good. 42-7. The lead for Garden City. Well, you see some young football fans and young football players that are looking to play in this game someday. And for Varsity Media, we've got the NCYFL Championships tomorrow starting at 9:30 a.m. for you Garden City folks. The Garden City Thunder takes on the Massapequa Mustangs in the 10-year-old division, and you can watch it all on youtube.com/varsitymedia.
Got some former Mustangs playing later tonight, some Farmingdale Hawks as well.
Yeah, that's going to be a fun matchup, and that's starting, of course, at 4 p.m. right here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
You know, you always say, like, usually when you have, like, a two-headed running back combo, right, Thunder and Lightning, Berkery's kind of like both by himself, right? He can run you over if he has to. He can use his speed to get to the outside. But the vision is what's really impressive with him, and that's why, you know, he's a Thorpe Award winner the third in a row for Garden City. Jack Cascadin, followed by Stevie Fennell and Michael Berkery.
Yeah, I think that's what separates him the most is the vision, and that's really what makes him the best running back on Long Island. The kick is going to get out of bounds in good field position for Manhasset, and lead it to their offense out there. Well, Manhasset at times has done a good job moving the ball, and of course, for Manhasset, their offensive line is brought to you by Easy Movers. Taking the car to college next semester? Let Easy Auto Movers help you with nationwide shipping. Visit easyautomovers.com for a free quote today.
Yeah, the line did a good job. Unfortunately, they had back-to-back drives. They drove one deep, didn't score, got goal line stand, and then they scored a touchdown. But then the kicking game and the special teams, they didn't get the ball back. So they've done a good job when they've had the football. Been able to drive it kind of methodically against the GC defense, but just not enough possessions for Manhasset. And, that's due to them kind of shooting themselves in the foot.
We'll get a re-kick again. Those are your options. And 5 yards tacked against Desiderio. Steps into it, and going back to retrieve is Danny Colin. Picks it up at the 2-yard line. Colin's got his work cut out for him. And then returns it to the 15-yard line, 13-yard return.
It's Will Matisse, second special teams tackle for him. Good job. Nice kick, kind of like a little pitching wedge that stopped on the green right before the touchback.
Desiderio's got some leg on him.
Yeah, we've seen like a mix. We've seen him boot field goals through. We've seen like this high kind of kickoff. We've seen the line drive and cause 2 turnovers.
Well, it's not fun if you're putting it in the bleachers on every kickoff.
For the kids, it is. Not if you're Manhasset and trying to catch a pooch punt.
Melkonian overthrows his target. Heathington incomplete.
That was the recipe for Manhasset when they were driving the football, right? Keepers with Melkonian and short pass games to Colin, right, to Heathington. To a Dard, right? So they had some success there, going right back to the well. Unfortunately, now you're down 35 points.
For Melkonian, 5 of 7 in the first half, 72 yards and a touchdown. Also had 21 yards on the ground. 13 carries. And he'll carry it himself. Moving up the middle in Garden City. Whole slew of tacklers in there after Melkonian picks up 5.
Yeah, nice job by him, Melkonian. Nice footwork there, kind of reverse pivots out of that fake handoff. But again, 5 yards a chunk, right? If you're trying to play catch up here, just not enough. It's inevitable, right? The GC train's rolling. Just Manhasset would love to keep the ball rolling and get another score.
Of course, playing for pride on this team. Ton of seniors that are coming back, or even multiple year starters playing in what could be their final football games of their careers. Dylan Addard up the middle has a first down.
Yeah, Addard's a big boy, right? 200 pounds, weight room. You can see it, right? Some guys put pads on. Look at those arms, right? So he's not an easy bring down as one of the cornerbacks just found out for Garden City.
Plowing forward. That was Melkonian. This Garden City, it seems like every other drive, they're punching the football out. Melkonian was called down. But either way, it's like a freight train coming at you. Each one of these linebackers and front linemen for Garden City.
Yeah, and you see some different numbers out there. I see 43, Andrew Dengler, sophomore, right, 5'11". Jake Brown, 52 out there. These kids can play too, right? They're just behind some really, really good players.
We were talking off the air. It's basically like, and you look at the Garden City Thunder, they've got huge roster sizes, so they're playing football at a young age. Here's the Chief Heathington, good run, and angles out of bounds. after being pushed out on the far side by Declan Wukti.
Yeah, it seems like forever. The last time we had Heathington, touch the football, it's just the lack of possessions, the special teams blunders, right, for Manhasset that has kept the ball in the hands of Garden City, and Garden City knows how to grind out possessions, time of possessions, and scoring. That's what they do best. Right, Ken Breglio, right, senior in there at nose tackle.
Flag is out. Melkonian on the draw. Now 2 flags, and Melkonian moves forward. Patrick Van Blennis with the tackle. We'll see where the ball spotted. Chop block against Manhasset. Pushes the set back.
We see if Berkery's down there. Does he have a jacket on? Does he look like he's 7's a possibility?
I don't see him on the sideline yet, or if so, he's well hidden. He's on the sideline, all the way off to the right.
Hanging with his QB.
We're saying, hey, tell coach, keep me in. Come on.
One more.
Melkonian throws it down the field. He's got it to Heathington, and Heathington hauls it in and is pushed out of bounds.
Nice job. Nice ball by Melkonian. Right, going this way is a little bit easier, right? You're kind of throwing with the wind, right? The other side, you're going against it. Nice job. It's super accurate. See the line pulling on the outside. Again, wide open, right? These receivers from Manhasset, when they've had the ball, have been able to get open in the open field. Nice completion. Nice job by Heathington. It was Declan Wukta, right, who brought him out.
Mm-hmm. Pitch, Heathington. Up the far side. And barreling forward, Heathington. Starting to pick it up in the second half. Don't want to get him in a rhythm.
Yeah, Wukta again with the tackle.
Garden City last year and the last couple of years in Conference 2, dropping down to Conference 3. Ahead of Elmont, Manhasset, Floral Park, Lynbrook, Hewlett, Southside, and Bethpage. Now looking to set up a date with Sayville. Long Island Championship. Melkonian airs it out down the far sideline. Keith Lamb makes the catch.
Unbelievable catch. Nice job by Melkonian. Good pump fake. Way to come back and go for the football. Does a great job. Lamb, long stick midi defender for lacrosse. Angles back. Very, very, very nice job by him. Nice play on the football.
6 foot 165, using the wingspan to haul it in. First and goal for Manhasset. Melkonian spinning forward, diving end zone touchdown. Positive drive for Manhasset as Kyle Melkonian gets into the end zone, makes it 42-13.
Yeah, Melkonian deserves that. He's been a warrior today. He's on the ground, passing the football. Gets behind his line. Nice job. Right, Griffith, Balsh, McGinnis, Ledbetter. What a name for a lineman. Mm-hmm. Who leads better? Ledbetter, right? Lead blocker through the hole. Nice job, Manhasset.
Melkonian on for the extra point. And the kick is good. 42-14. The lead for Garden City. And one of our sponsors today is Compass. Contact Ed D'Ambrosio today at 516-225-7253. His mission is helping everyone find their place in the world and in Manhasset as well. Take a look at this listing here. 16 South Drive on the market. Kristen Purcell will help you out. 917-734-4941. positive drive for Manhasset. Trying to chip away, a lot of pride on the line, too, for the set. And not wanting to go out without a fight.
Yeah, so Garden City has some different numbers in there, right, that were getting some time. You know, I'm sure the coaches are probably coaching them up, saying, hey, you know, get back out there. We need to do a little better job. But Manhasset, nice job responding after giving up a touchdown to Berkery out of halftime.
Well, Berkery can now go for the record. Or you'd imagine if Manhasset's going to continue to play on, and
it only takes one play, right? It seems so. It's not like he has to be out there for a whole drive. It's like how many more plays is he going to be out there to get a chance to tie the record at 7?
Yeah, Jordan McClune, the last player to do so for Farmingdale against Massapequa, November 10th, 2016.
You know, it's a big deal, right? Long Island football, right? You get immortalized in the record books, right? Some of the names you see in there go back, you know, many years.
Ball pops off again, and another re-kick. It's just been a windy afternoon here at Hofstra. And you can see the difficulty there. And then you see the wind coming in.
And it must have been windy this day. Look, longest punt ever in playoff game history, 83 yards. How's that possible?
That can't be in the air.
I know. It had to be a little worm burner that just bounced. That's amazing.
How does nobody go after it after a certain point?
83-yard punt.
Which means you have to be kicking that from what? Inside your 17.
Math was never my strong point, but it's a heck of a long way. Just amazing when you see some of those numbers, right? Yards rushing, 485. Touchdown passes, 8. Charlie McKee.
Yeah, Charlie McKee's got a few. He's obviously the passing yards, passing touchdowns, completions for Oceanside against Farmingdale. And he did it in back-to-back years. Well, the handoff this time not to Mike Berkery. It's Merritt Ruckdole who had a touchdown last week. And a flag comes in after the play.
But a number of Big Four championships, right, from 1984 to 2024, Garden City 40. And then you have tonight, we have Farmingdale with 35, right? Those are just two football towns.
Pequot not far behind with 28, and then Wantagh, you're going to have to add another one to that. After last night's victory, the Warriors will take on Bayport Blue Point, Long Island Championship, right here at Hofstra Friday night. Or Friday afternoon, excuse me, Black Friday. And so a flag is out, and I think this is just going to be an unsportsmanlike. Get a few players not too happy with the officials. So that flag comes out.
Yeah, definite frustration setting in for Manhasset, but you got to keep your cool, right? Finish this thing to the end, play it the right way.
And so an unsportsmanlike called against Manhasset. Fresh set of downs for Garden City. And clock rolling with 1:30 to go in the third quarter. Michael Berkery's on the sideline. I'd have to imagine his day is done.
6 tutties.
Not too bad. I'll tell you what. Next week, I think if there's an opportunity, they'll let him get it.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like you look at that game, right? You're trying to look at Sayville. You look at Garden City. You're like, both teams can rush the ball. It's going to be a high-scoring game, and then you let GC have a week to prepare and scheme, and It's going to be very interesting. And I have to think that of all the matchups, 1, 2, 3, and 4, that's the one that a lot of people are going to highlight as must watch.
So after all of the penalties are adjourned and settled, one last play for GC in the third quarter. Robertiello, inside give, right up the middle, and another touchdown. Back-to-back weeks. And Owen Anderson comes in with the finishing blow for Garden City in this third quarter.
Yeah, right up the gut. Following Schliff, little double team on the inside. Right, Schliff, great job by Zach Olson. Right, that 6'5" monster on the line. Anderson again untouched right through the gut.
They just make it so easy, that offensive line. I know that Berkery is going to get all the headlines today, but the offensive line really stepping up for GC. High snap, Desiderio. How about this? Desiderio, 7 for 7. He's 2 extra points away from tying the record as well. 3 quarters in the books. It's been all Trojans here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
This is Solomon Thomas with the New York Jets, and you're watching Varsity Media.
A college flag football experience at the youth level like no other. Sign up as a team or as an individual player. Boys and girls divisions available. All players receive a jersey and shorts. New York locations include Massapequa, Half Hollow Hills, Oceanside, and Center Reach. Come and join the thrill at youthflagfootball.com.
Start of the fourth quarter on the Varsity Media Sports Network. 49-14 the lead for Garden City. And if the score holds, they'll go on to play Sayville next weekend at Stony Brook. Those two over the last few years have had some good battles in the final. And look at Garden City last year. They beat Cary, then North Babylon. The year before that, beating Bellport after beating Mepham in the county final, and then Bellport once again in 2021. A couple of years ago, we went to a few 7-on-7s in the summer and had a chance to catch up with Kyle Messina, a fantastic two-way player for Sayville, who will definitely be on the scouting report this week, and ask him what opponent you look forward to. And, of course, the usual Hills West and teams in his East Islip. He said, but Garden City's the one that we want to play. And he should have that opportunity next weekend, should the score hold. Kyle Melkonian down at the 20-yard line. Well, coming up at 4 o'clock, one of the best rivalries on Long Island, Massapequa and Farmingdale for the Conference 1 title. You don't want to miss it. Check it out on youtube.com/Varsity Media.
We got 27, Connor Schick in there for the tackle on the special teams. Mike Knifsey as well. You got to think like those practices are so important for Garden City. It's like a lot of the games, they're lopsided, but during the week they probably really get after it. And, these guys who are waiting in the wings, right, are going to be well prepared next season.
No, you're right, and they never rebuild, just reload. Here's Atif Heathington coming near side and then pushed down. It was Julian Galley with the tackle, the senior, 22 for the Trojans.
Yeah, nice job by the defense, kind of setting the edge, not letting Atif get out wide when he can use that 4.6 speed. TJ Cook, 65, another senior out there, 6'5", 215 on the D-line. See James Sullivan, 73 out there as well.
Melkonian rolling out. Pocket collapses, throws it to Colin. Colin's got the catch and then gets pushed out of bounds after getting a first down. Good job by Melkonian to squeeze his way out of it and find Colin for the catch.
Good protection by the line, gave him plenty of times to look right and then go back left to Colin, right? They've had a success today with those dump-off passes. And you see what Colin can do, after the catch, right? He's shifty, he's quick, he's tough. Move the chains for Manhasset.
Melkonian the pitch, Colin again. On the sweep, Colin, positive yardage, 8-yard pickup.
Yeah, good job by Heathington, right? Not just running it, he can block as well. Lead block there for Colin. Declan Wookta, his third or fourth tackle out there from his safety spot, going all the way across the field.
Yeah, 2 Wookties on the roster, Owen and Luke, and just, those families at Garden City, they just continue to carry on the legacy.
Yeah, Owen's a Bucknell lacrosse recruit.
Handoff right up the middle.
56, Mateo Ingracia. Young pup, 10th grader, getting some time. See Leighton Gouveia checking in, junior.
New quarterback, too, is Duke Trieste. And the handoff to Lucas Lyrian. Pushing forward, Lyrian with a gain of 3. Well, Lucas Lyrian, a very athletic 2-sport athlete, plays baseball, starting second baseman for the Manhasset baseball team. He's projected to do big things, and now getting some run in the second half.
How about GC soccer, right? What a fall for Garden City Athletics. The girls as well. Girls soccer won a county championship. The boys just won an undefeated state title. Plenty of celebrations right in Garden City.
On the pitch, Drew Schwartz driven back. Once that'll set up second and long. But you're right, for Garden City. The baseball team falling to division last year in the semifinal. I mean, they're always in a chance to win a championship, regardless of the sport.
Yeah, good tackle, right? Will Matisse again has 2 tackles on special teams. Tackle for loss there by him. Junior, he'll be back.
Trieste bouncing forward and then brought down. Good tackle by Brandon Plunkett, the senior. And she set up 3rd and long. Or check that 4th and long. Punting it away is Daniel O'Connor. And Garden City gets out of the way as Chris McGowan with the spot down.
Yeah, I think we're about to see our roster knowledge is going to be tested here coming up with Garden City on offense. Hey, just because you're the seconds or the thirds doesn't mean you can't take one to the house, right? Some of these guys are going to be looking to maybe sniff the end zone and follow in the footsteps of Berkery and Owen Anderson, right, who have punched it in for the Trojans today.
Well, the Trojans looking for the place in the Conference 3 championship club. Southside, the defending champs. They knocked off Southside last week, and then Plain Edge falling to Wantagh last night.
Yeah, it's been conference shuffling all over the place, right? The, South Side also right in 3.
Final 5 minutes to play.
That's one thing you don't want to hear, right? Garden City is now in your conference.
Right. Exactly.
And, what about, this paves the way, though, for other teams, right? So we just saw some Cary football players here with their jackets, right, celebrating their county championship win, Conference 2. Great job by them.
Tell you what, Garden City in a conference with Plain Edge and Wantagh this year would have been interesting.
And that was the one, right? Cary's the one, right? The one blip in the it's Garden City, then 2 Cary back-to-back county championships, or else you'd have probably an 11-year run of Garden City straight championships.
Yeah. On first down, the run up ahead, Gavin O'Donohue, the senior. And they'll set up 3rd and short. Scott Nelson checks in. The senior Ryan Hannafy now under center for the Trojans.
Little sun finally out here at Hofstra Stadium.
It doesn't rain on the Garden City Trojans. Handoff Connor Sheik. Has enough for a first down. I mean, just what an incredible run it's been for Garden City. Now 53 straight victories once this game goes final. And games that, quite frankly, just haven't been close.
It's just the Garden City way, right? Dave Ettinger's kind of took control of this program, and Steve Fennell's been there for a very long time, and, Coach Flatley, right, rest in peace, right, in terms of his stamp is forever going to be on this program. And like I said before, it's a college NFL type of prep work, the offseason, the speed training, the lifting, the knowledge, the IQ, that's the thing, right? You could put game plans together. You could be the best coach in the world, X and O it. If your kids can't execute it, perfect mix in Garden City. Strong, tough, gritty kids with great coaching, high IQ. That's the recipe.
And starting to celebrate on the sideline, or at least share some smiles. Here's the pitch, near side, Connor Sheik. Sheik bursting forward and down to around midfield.
Yeah, nice job by Sheik, right, 73. James Sullivan is now, he's been snapping the ball for Garden City. Gavin Law out there, senior.
Final 2 minutes to go in regulation.
Ray Kopp checking in for Manhasset.
O'Donohue receives the handoff. It's about 6.
Parker Madden out there still playing hard for Manhasset.
Yeah, Madden, one of those seniors that
he's like, Coach, I'm not coming out. This is my last game. I'm a leading tackler on this team. I'm gonna play this thing down to the final whistle.
Perhaps 1 or 2 more plays for Garden City before it's official. Playing like champions, not just today, but this whole season. The journey always to get back to Hofstra and capture a county title and a Long Island championship. As that was Gavin Law fighting the D-line in the Law 1. Garden City takes the headsets off, and they're going to start to celebrate. Garden City, once again, another county championship. 49-14 over Manhasset to set up a battle with Sayville in the Long Island Championship.
Bring your popcorn for that one. Going to be unbelievable. It's what. Listen, everyone. The Garden City, the streak. The thing is, you have to get it done, and day in and day out, game after game, they bring it, and they put so much pressure on the opponent, and much deserved Nassau Conference 3 championship for the Trojans.
Michael Berkery scores 6 touchdowns in the win as Garden City moves on. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll speak to our players of the game on the Blaze Pizza postgame show on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Varsity Media is now opening up our schedule to any teams looking to be on a sportscast. Watching yourself on camera is okay, but hearing your name on a Varsity Media sportscast is like you're a pro.
And look at this opportunity. Feldman behind. Jersey pulled. Feldman! Feldman!
Here comes the 1-0. Hit on the ground at first. Quinn's up with it. Feeds to Varela. It's a no-hitter. And Division's moving on. Nassau County AA champions.
As West barks out the signal. West is going to keep it himself inside the 5 to the goal line. Touchdown! Touchdown, Southside.
Varsity Media offers sportscast coverage for any sport, and our coverage airs live and on demand so everyone can watch the game. Now is the time to be a star on Varsity Media. Contact us to book a sportscast today at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
What's next for you? A bolder, more engaged you. A career-focused you. A you that leads your community and helps change the world. Take the next step and get your bachelor's degree at Malloy. With special transfer programs and scholarships and a career-focused curriculum, Malloy makes a nationally ranked private university education attainable and your dream job possible. Malloy University. Welcome to the new you.
Hey parents, Varsity Media is now offering ISO video of just your athlete. Why settle for the wide angle that shows every player on the field? With our ISO video, your athlete is front and center the entire game. This footage will help in creating highlight videos for college coaches to better pinpoint your athlete's play on the field. Watching our video will help your athlete improve progressively throughout the season and may lead to a college scholarship. Varsity Media is now booking ISO videos for the winter, but spots are limited. Contact us today for basketball, ice hockey, wrestling, and swimming by calling 516-403-2050 or emailing ben@varsitymedia.net.
For the latest news in high school sports, be sure to check out varsitymedia.net or follow us on social media @Varsity Media.
A college flag football experience at the youth level like no other. Sign up as a team or as an individual player. Boys and girls divisions available. All players receive a jersey and shorts. New York locations include Massapequa, Half Hollow Hills, Oceanside, and Center Reach. Come and join the thrill at youthflagfootball.com.
When it comes to live streaming, Varsity Media does it all. Athletic events, concerts, musicals, graduations, even weddings. Trust Varsity Media when it comes to your live stream event. Contact us today to learn more about Varsity Media's live streaming services at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
Did you just have the best athletic year of your life? And now you want to show it off to college coaches? Well, let Varsity Media help you. Varsity Media's college recruiting videos show off your unique skills to help you land a spot on the team of your dream school. We'll provide music, spot shadow effects, and a link to send to your next coach. Contact us today for more information. Don't rely on word of mouth or cold emails. Let Varsity Media help you take your game to the next level.
Garden City, the champions of Conference 3 with a big victory over Manhasset. A big reason for that, Patrick Berkery. For the Trojans, we send it down to Jared Veluzzi as we start our Blaze Fast Fire Pizza postgame show.
And Michael, 6 touchdowns here today, 49 points for this entire offense. What made you guys so dominant?
Gotta give credit to my offensive line. They opened up gaps, so my blockers got in the way, and then I was able to make a move on the second line, and from there, it was just history.
And last spring, a lot of you guys were on this field, lost to Manhasset in the lacrosse season, but today, you guys came out on top. How does it feel?
It feels awesome. It's a little revenge from last spring, so we got our get back, and we're on to Savo now.
Yeah! 9th straight county title for this town. What makes this community so special?
We're just a winning community. Everyone dials in when it's football time. We don't practice in the summer. We just dial in during the fall, and we just have that winning mentality, and we have to dominate like we always do.
Yeah, 53 straight wins. You guys must be hungry as well. So, free Blaze Pizza tonight. How's that sound?
That sounds awesome. I'm ready for it.
Garden City comes out on top. They are going to the Long Island Championship against Sayville, and they're getting free Blaze Pizza locations at Hicksville, Bayshore, and Fresh Meadows, Queens. Congratulations, fellas.
Thank you.
That was the Blaze Pizza postgame show. Back up to you guys.
Very happy and celebratory Garden City team as they will get free pizza for the team locations for Blaze Pizza in the Broadway Mall in Hicksville, Bayshore, as well as Fresh Meadows in Queens, and if you're in Connecticut, right by the University of Connecticut in stores. Brian Soper, total domination for Garden City today.
Yeah, 49 points. Then I think Blaze has about 49 toppings, right, they can put on that pizza. Not that they, you don't take anything for granted, but I think this is exactly where Garden City knew they would be at the end of this season, and now they're staring down the Sayville, and it's that ultimate like Nassau, Suffolk, and as you heard on the PA announcer, right, all of Nassau will be behind them as they're taking on a very, very good Sayville team who's very, very well coached as well. But hats off to Coach Ettinger's entire staff and the Garden City team, and kudos to Coach Ian Quinta and his staff, right, for a great season.
And they'll have to do it, quote, on the road in Suffolk at Stony Brook as well. Well, that'll do it for our entire team, led by executive producer Ben Turchin, Chris Sweeney, our technical director, Kevin Catalanato, helping out as well as Jeff Damo and Mike Verdi giving you the moving images. For my partner Brian Soper and Jared Veluzzi on the sideline, this is John Perez saying so long from Hofstra University. This has been a presentation of the Nassau Conference 3 Final on the Varsity Media Sports Network.